Assalamu alaikum students. I am Miss Saira Barkat from Peshawar Model School, Nushaira. Today I am going to tell you about parts of speech. This is question number 2 from your SVT for the month of May. We have done question number 1. Today we are going to do question number 2. But before starting the lecture, do subscribe the channel, then we will move ahead. Okay, so in question number 2 we have parts of speech, as we have been doing this question since your junior classes, like in you have done noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, and that was quite easy, and it will be more easy for you after the lecture. So let's start. So first we have two parts of speech which we are going to do in this video. This question will be continued in the next video as well, because I don't want to mix up all the part of speech. I want you to learn first two at the start, then we will go towards the next three part of speech in the next video. Okay, let's start with first and second part of speech. Number one we are going to do is noun, and the second one is pronoun. Noun, as we already studied it earlier in previous classes, that this is a naming word. As it is, the definition is written here that noun is a naming word. It refers to persons, animals, places, things, ideas, or events, etc. So, noun you will find everywhere in your speech, in your writing, when you listen something, when you read something, everywhere it is. The paragraph, the books, everything is full of nouns, because when there will be no noun, what thing we will talk about? Like where you are sitting right now, there are several things around you. The place you are living in, the country you are living in, the things you are using, the things you are eating, everything has a name, and that name is called a noun. For example, if you are sitting in a living room, there is chair, sofa, curtains, door, table, decoration pieces, wall. Everything around you has a name, and that name is a noun. It can be the name of a person, animal, place, thing, idea, event, cartoon, drama, movie, whatever thing you are watching, you are using, has a name, and that name is a noun. So we are moving towards examples. First I will tell you the words, and then we will use some nouns in our sentences. So we have rabbit, dog, Ali, Ahmad, Pakistan, Turkey, Peshawar, Lahore, door, cup, car, Eid al-Fitr, etc. There are lot of words in the word which are actually nouns. So here I have written some of them, and then we will use some other nouns in our sentences, like I have a pen, he lives in China, Karachi is a big city, Pacific Ocean is very vast, Eid al-Fitr is celebrated after Ramadan. I have highlighted those nouns in the sentences, like pen, China, Karachi, Pacific Ocean, Eid al-Fitr. Let me tell you one thing, that you will not write any of these in your copies. As I have told you that there are several nouns, and though those nouns are very easy, you have to use some new nouns in your test copies. You have to write your own examples. These examples are for your understanding. You have to write your own nouns in your test copy, which you will, when you will attempt this question in your copies. For example, you can use I have a pouch, I have a book, I have a toy, whatever you want to write. He lives in China. I've written China. You can write any name of the country. You can write any name of the city in place of Karachi. If you even know about something else about that city, you can write. In place of Pacific Ocean, you will write something else. Instead of Eid al-Fitr, you can write something else. So it is the very much easy parts of speech. So you have to do it completely by yourself. Just write down the definition in your copy which is written over here. Examples will be written by yourself. This is just for your understanding that I have written some examples for you. Write your own examples as you do in your classrooms, like you are just given and told you some examples and you write your own. So here there is no difference, you have to do and write the examples yourself. I hope you understood the first part of speech, that is noun, and second one is pronoun. It is related to noun, that is why its name is also like pronoun. So this is again you have already done, but I will explain it again. Pronoun is a word that is used instead of a noun. The word which is used in place of a noun, which is used in place of any name, that is called a pronoun. For example, in your books you read several pronouns which are used in place of a noun. So you can find out some in your books as well. So I have written some examples here: he, she, it, they, we. They are not actually names. You also know it that he is not a name, she is not a name, it is, they, we. These are not names, but we use them in place of name. For example, I say Ali is a good boy, but he sometimes misbehaves with elders. So in first sentence I wrote uh, Ali, but in the second sentence I said he misbehaves with elders. So in the word which is used in place of Ali is he. So this he is a pronoun. The word which is used in place of a noun is a pronoun. Why do we use pronoun? It's because we don't want to use the same name again and again, again and again. If you are writing a paragraph about your favorite personality, about your principal, about your teacher, about your father, mother, you will not use their name again and again in every sentence. So to avoid repeating the same word again and again, we use pronouns. But in the first sentence, we always use the actual name of the person or a thing. But after using the name, you can use in the second, third, fourth, fifth sentence the pronoun. It attracts the things the thing you are writing. It can be a paragraph or a sentences. So here we have he, she, it, they, we. There are several other examples. I have written only these here. Now I will use these you in sentences. Ali loves watching movies. He mostly watches action movies. Okay, when this word is used, Ali, we will go back to this noun. Ali is a noun, and now this he refers to this Ali. Ali loves watching movies, but which kind of movies he likes the most and he watches the most? So he mostly watches action movies. So the he is referring to Ali. I wrote it he because I don't want to you repeat the same word again. So this he is referring to Ali. So this is used in place of a name. So this is a pronoun. Second is cat is jumping because it wants some milk. In first part of a sentence I wrote the actual name. It is a cat. And for as a pronoun, instead of the names of animals we can use it. So it wants some milk. Why it is jumping? Because it wants some milk. So in the first part I have written the name, and in the second part I have written the pronoun. Third is Sarah is a lazy girl. She never completes her work on time. In the first part of a sentence I have written the name of the girl Sarah. What does she do? She never completes her work on time. So in the second part I wrote she. These kind of examples you will find in your English books, that in first paragraph in the paragraph first line you can see the name of things, and then in the next paragraphs you will see the pronouns. You can do these two parts of speech by using your English book. In your English book you will find different nouns, and then those nouns will be changed into pronoun in next sentences. So first do that drill, open your books and find out nouns, and then you can find in the next sentences the pronouns. So write those examples in your test copies in your SVT as your SVT. Don't use the same example which I have used. Okay, if you want to write any one example from this lecture you can do, but I think this is a very easy task. You can do it by yourself. So I will like it if I will check your task. If you write your own examples, it will be very much impressive if you write your own examples. And just look at the way I have written it. I have underlined, in this part I have underlined the highlighted the nouns, and in this part of the sentences and examples I have highlighted the pronouns. So whatever topic you are doing, just highlight that example that I am referring. Here we are referring to nouns, so I underline pen, China, Karachi, Pacific Ocean, Eid al-Fitr. And here we are referring to pronouns, so we have underlined highlighted the pronouns. So it becomes easy for the teacher to understand what you are actually writing about. So I hope you have understood these two part of speech. In the next video I will come with 3 more part of speech. Do this exercise in your test copies, neat and clean. So till then, Allah Hafiz.